I'm going to start this video off with a little confession. I do not like mushrooms. Just something about eating fungus, that doesn't mean that I don't like to look for them. I have plenty of family and friends who love morel mushrooms. I just consider myself their dealer. You can actually make some good money selling these things by the pound, but you have to be good at finding them. Morels are elusive little organisms, and good luck just asking somebody where you can go to find them. Veteran mushroom hunters protect their secret spots like tournament bass fishermen or public land deer hunters, and for good reason. They say the best way to ruin a good spot is to tell your friends. So in this video, we're going over 3 quick tips to finding this finicky fungus. And that was a lot harder to say than I thought it would be. And tip number 1 is to make sure you have the right timing. Temperature is the real trigger for morels popping. And you can kind of think of like the Goldilocks principle with this. It has to be the right temperature, the right soil moisture, and the right soil type for morels to really start growing. If you get a string of nights where the temperature stays in the 50s or above, watch for rain. There's a good chance you'll have some morels popping after that. I have also read that you need to pay attention to the size of oak tree leaves. When they get to about the size of a mouse's ear, the timing is right for finding morels. Now, it sounds a little too old wives' tale for me. I've never really paid attention to that. I've just, watched the weather and gone from there. But people swear by it. And tip number 2 is to know your trees. You will often find morels popping around trees, but not just any tree. You need to learn how to identify 4 specific types of trees: sycamore, ash, elm, and hickory. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't find morels around other tree species, but for whatever reason, this particular fungus and those 4 tree species have developed some kind of symbiotic relationship that isn't really understood yet, so start with those. Now, morels also like fruit trees, and you don't have to work as hard to learn how to identify those. So if you've got things on your property like apple trees or persimmons, make sure you walk by them. And the 3rd tip is to pay attention to geography. Early in the spring, when morels are first going to start popping, you want to concentrate on the south-facing slopes because they get warmer faster. They also like loamy soil, which is what you're going to typically find around creek bottoms. It has to be well drained though too, so remember that Goldilocks principle. It has to be not too wet but not too dry. Disturbed soil is also a good place to look, so any place that has been recently logged or burned, if you did any burning on your property, or maybe you even started a little early disking your food plots, check there. So that was 3 quick tips to helping you find more morel mushrooms. Now, unfortunately, the beginning of finding morels also kind of falls around turkey season here in Missouri, so after you've tagged your tom, by avoiding mistakes I point out in this video, you can spend the rest of the time out finding what some people say is the perfect side dish to wild turkey. If you have more tips for finding morels, leave those down in the comments below. Hit that like button if you liked that video and subscribe so you can stay informed.